In typically wild style, Loaf spoke to MailOnline about his health woes, his sex symbol status, his shock views on Greta Thunberg and his love for his wife 2 years before his death at 74. In a candid chat with show business editor Rebecca Davison, the Bat Out of Hell rocker, real name Michael Leaday, laid bare his romantic successes, his climate change gripes, and even dished out weight loss advice to a tickled Rebecca, who recalls his hilarious rhetoric. Despite an outburst, meant to be out of earshot, at the start of his interview because he was so focused on filming a Frankie and Benny's advert, he was soon charm personified while speaking at a London recording studio, in their second meeting. They first met at an album launch years before. In his characteristically open and honest conversation, the star, affectionately called Meat, spoke about 3 ways, losing 70 pounds and why he believed there was no such thing as climate change, claiming activist Greta Thunberg, then 16, has been brainwashed, before branding the teen a word too explicit to publish. Rebecca recalls how the friendly and eccentric star, who was a self-confessed fan of the MailOnline, relayed the explosive views that gave him his rock star status as much as his discography. His family announced his death on Friday morning, reportedly from COVID. However, over the years he has shed light on his various health woes, including telling MailOnline about his constant pain from a spine operation following a fall, which rendered him even unable to sit still for even short periods of time. He had previously spoken of his reluctance to take pain medication which would make him seem drunk. At the beginning of the interview 2 years previously, he said, "You'll have to excuse me. I'm a little spaced out because I'm in character, but I'll do what I can." Rebecca asked, "Are you not playing yourself in this advert?" To which he replied, "I am, but I am playing myself, with a look so serious, it was impossible to tell if he was being straight or pulling her leg." Inching uncomfortably in his seat during the chat, he explained that he's still in constant pain if he sits still for too long, saying, "I feel a lot better than I did. I had the last surgery in 2016 and the first in 2015. With the first one, the screw came out and so they put in these basket-type things. 3 of them. Within 4 weeks, 2 of those baskets had come out. My wife told me that I was in so much pain but I couldn't really remember it. That's how bad it was. Oh really?" In a candid chat with show business editor Rebecca Davison, pictured during the chat, the Bat Out of Hell rocker laid bare his romantic successes, his climate change gripes, and even dished out weight loss advice to a tickled Rebecca when asked by Rebecca about any weight loss tips. Who wouldn't want to know, right? He shed light on being vegetarian for 11 years, leading to him dropping from 265 pounds to what he weighed at the time of the interview, 195 pounds. The unlikely health guru said, "I will tell you how to lose weight. Look at the fat and the sugar content. Don't worry about the calories. Don't eat anything over 5 grams of fat and 3 grams of sugar. I once did a low-carb diet and lost 70 pounds but I put it all back on." In the announcement of his death, family revealed his wife Deborah Gillespie was by his side. He made his love for Deborah, his second wife who he married in 2007, very clear, despite his past as a Lothario. The star told Rebecca about how he had never had a problem getting beautiful women and called out this generation of men for not being romantic, like his famous song lyrics, and only thinking about getting laid, saying that wasn't his style. Many of his songs do talk about his love-making prowess, and he said, "Most of my songs are." Well, true. They are story songs and I am really good at stories. I am a sex god, dear. I can't use bad language, but people would ask me, how can a fat MF like you go out with all these good-looking girls? I said, because I am not going out thinking about what you are thinking about. These days men don't open the doors, they don't do anything right. Truthfully, all they go out for is to get laid. I've never done that. It's not my first option, never has been, and that's why I've gone out with all these good-looking women. Even at school, Meat Loaf had a three-way, making out with two friends, Cindy and Judy. He said, "Oh yeah, that was the first double I had. We were making out in the parking lot in my mother's car. My mother taught English and I happened to be in her class. Any kid whose mother is a teacher, and you wind up in their class, try to get out of it. If you were bad, you had to sit in the hall for 5 minutes. I was out in the hall all the time, but I didn't even do anything." She would say, "I know, but you've got to come to a higher standard than everyone else." I didn't even know what the hell she was talking about. Meat, who famously worked with President Trump on The Apprentice back in 2010, said he believes there is no such thing as climate change before launching his tirade against Greta. As well as his expletive aimed towards the activist, he went on, "I feel for that Greta. She has been brainwashed into thinking that there is climate change and there isn't. She hasn't done anything wrong, but she's been forced into thinking that what she is saying is true." In the past, Meat Loaf had spoken openly about health issues that had plagued him, notably asthma, which caused him to collapse on stage during a concert in Pittsburgh in 2011, and in 2003 he collapsed at Wembley Arena in London and was admitted to hospital. He later held a press conference in Kensington to reassure fans about his health. Then, following an onstage collapse in Canada in 2016, a statement said it was due to severe dehydration. In announcing his death on Friday, a statement by Meat Loaf's family posted on the star's Facebook page read, "Our hearts are broken to announce that the incomparable Meat Loaf passed away tonight with his wife Deborah by his side. Daughters Pearl and Amanda and close friends have been with him throughout the last 24 hours. His amazing career spanned 6 decades that saw him sell over 100 million albums worldwide and star in over 65 movies, including Fight Club, Focus, Rocky Horror Picture Show, and Wayne's World. Bat Out of Hell remains one of the top 10 selling albums of all time." The post added, "We know how much he meant to so many of you and we truly appreciate all of the love and support as we move through this time of grief in losing such an inspiring artist and beautiful man. We thank you for your understanding of our need for privacy at this time. From his heart to your souls. Don't ever stop rocking."